Yeah. For many, many years, we've gone through several different methods to control bird population, and not just the birds, but actually to manage the wildlife at Will Rogers. We have several bird hazing or harassment techniques. We have a propane cannon that we use that we will take out to the affected area where there's maybe a large flock of birds that are in a particular part of the airfield, and we'll fire that off. We've got some other pyrotechnic devices which we can use that are shot off with sort of a starter pistol. A couple of more devices such as those. We've done a lot of habitat modification over the years. Many years ago, we had some deer on the airport, which can be much more destructive to an aircraft than a bird can, or typically is. And we increased our fence around the airport operating area by 8 feet, and we also added a foot of barbed wire on that. So that seemed to be the magic height, and we haven't had any deer population issues since we did that. We also have removed some man-made ponds that were around the airport, which here at Will Rogers is over 8,000 acres, so pretty significant. And we've eliminated lots of trees. So we do whatever we can to try to keep all the wildlife attractants away from the airfield to minimize the risk. There's other things as well. We have a USDA, United States Department of Agriculture person that's full-time at the airport, and that person's sole responsibility is to help us manage our wildlife risk. And they do a very good job. They also help us up at Wiley Post Airport as well. So we have a lot of resources, and we don't spend a lot of time on this, but we do have a wildlife management plan, and that's actually certified by the FAA. So most commercial airports have something like that. Well, if you listen to the news reports the last 24 hours, you've probably been aware that there's many more bird strikes around aircraft across the country that normally one would think, and we have a few here. Normally they're very small starlings or sparrows. If we have a pilot that reports a bird strike, they're required to report that to the Federal Aviation Administration. If we receive a report of a bird strike, we always go out and try to find the bird and make sure it's not on the runway. That creates another potential, hazard with foreign debris on the runway. But we've not had any incidents like they had up at New York, obviously, nor have we had anything where airplanes have had to return to land because of a bird strike, not to my knowledge. We train on lots of different emergencies, natural and also those that are caused by man or aircraft incidents. And we do, every year, we do exercises where we'll pick an exercise and we'll take all the resource agencies in the city and we'll either do a tabletop, and some of you are aware that we even do live drills out here at the airport. So we feel like we're pretty keen on all of our responses. We've got airport police, we've got a fire department on the airport, and we have mutual aid agreements with everybody else. There's never been a problem with anyone responding whenever we've had the need.